So sorry I missed your text so we can start the pod early. So I've been studying for SHRM, and then there's these practice questions, and I'm not going to go word for word because I don't want to be sued or whatever. So one of the practice questions that they had a couple that were very questionable to me, or at least our best practices and maybe even New York State's best practices. So it was about hiring like doctors and make sure that everything's diverse, which is great. But then it said for candidates that are not they don't have the proper licenses, during the interviews, one of the choices where what should candidate what should you should the hiring manager give them other positions, show them other positions that they could be qualified for and then have them apply, but I'm like, that's not usually when you're here, like, say I'm interviewing to be a nurse or a doctor, and there for the nurse, like, afterwards, if you say, "Thank you so much. I'm sorry you didn't have your license, but hey, there's a couple other positions might be available to you until you get licensed." Like, yes, I could see doing that.
Mhm.
Not a normal practice to do during an interview. "Hey, you should just apply for this job over here."
No, or, like, I could see it being more as, an email afterwards, like,
Yes.
being, "Hey, we would love to actually have you on the team, but you don't have your license. If you're interested in one of these positions, let us know." Kinda thing.
Exactly. It could be something afterwards, or sometimes the candidates follow up with you like, "Hey, I'm a little concerned I didn't get the position. Could you just let me know, like, give me some insight?" And that could be a great conversation. Like, "Hey, you did really well. Unfortunately, we need to have this license until you get that figured out. There's some great positions I think you'd be great for." I could see having that conversation, but during
Mhm.
the interview is not the time.
No, that's
Weird.
a little strange.
It was a little strange, and there's another one that really stood out to me that I'm like, "That's weird that that's the correct choice. Because during the practice test, you can see, which ones you marked wrong, and
Mhm.
sometimes and then these, they don't even tell you, why, because sometimes you can click on it and it'll tell you why. Sometimes it just says, "A bunch of HR professionals got together and that's the best choice." I'm like, "Well, I don't I
Mm, that's
that's
interesting.
weird." But yeah, there was another one that struck me really weird too. It just but again, it was something you would never do during an interview. I'm like, "That is so weird." Like, "Okay, I guess that's what you're looking for, but that's never gonna happen."
Interesting.
Yeah, yeah, so it's just very interesting. I'm like, "I don't know." Do you know if Sherm's actually getting sued by an employee that worked for them?
Really?
Yeah, so everyone holds us in really high regard, which and I get, but, for me, in being in higher education, it really is, overall, it's not, specific to your industry. There's other industry specific things that you could do, but, and I think it's really good, but, so they're getting sued for someone having a bias, and the person was not very nice to them, and they were of a different culture. I don't know if they're, from the same country or not, but something was different, right? Like, the different culture, maybe a
Mhm.
slightly different language, whatever, which, again, you should not have those biases, and the person kept the manager kept being, meaner and meaner, and then she actually was retaliatory to the employee, and
Oh.
they were documenting it, they went to a higher up, they just ignored her, and then eventually I think she was fired or something she either quit or she was fired because harassment was getting so bad, and then because she was being treated different and singled out of anyone else, and yeah, she's suing them for, millions of dollars.
Wow, that's crazy.
Uh-huh, it's like, "You are." Oh, and then during the lawsuit, they wanted their own standards thrown out because they felt like it's hurting against them, and and the judge said, "No, you are the leading that other HR professionals should be following in the industry, so no, we are holding you to your
Yeah.
standards." So,
Yeah, that's crazy.
completely crazy. So, yeah, that was a little weird. Like, "Alright." So, hi, welcome if you're still with us. Thank you for joining us. If you're new here, we are the Raining Cats and Dogs podcast with your host Shannon
I'm Mariana.
and then we just chit chat about our normal daily lives and pop culture and then discuss some Reddit stories.
Yes.
So welcome if you're new and send us a message. How'd you find us? On Reddit. You can do it. You can even respond on Apple Podcasts, I believe you can send us a message, I think. Or through Instagram. So, yeah. So, I just found that interesting. So, I'm just studying. So, I really want to pass this exam. And it kind of reminds me of my SATs when I was in high school. It's really about taking the test of what they're looking for, even though your industry wouldn't react that way or do those things
Mhm.
in practice. So, it's hard, right? So, it's just difficult. I mean, sure, there's some questions that you're practice test, obviously the answer is right and you get it correct. But there's some where you're like, I don't, it could be. I know what we would do, but I don't would you do that? You know what I mean? So it's
Mhm.
yeah, apparently
Interesting.
sometimes the answer is yes, they would do that.
Hmm.
So how was your week?
My week's been good. It's been busy. Always busy. So annoying.
I know you're so busy, like, it's insane. Like, I feel like I'm busy just 'cause I'm studying and I had a craft show this weekend, but, like, my house is a mess, and I took the day off today just to study and have a day of rest after that long craft show because it was like a 12-hour well, it's like 14-hour day. But the yeah, so but I just studied, so my house is still a mess because I didn't do anything but sleep in and study and snuggle with some cats and dogs.
That's nice.
It was actually really nice. I had a really nice day. I'm just sad it's almost over now.
Back to work.
Back to the grind
4
tomorrow.
4-day week next week.
Why?
4th of July?
Oh, it's already next week?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's all June, like, flew by.
June really did fly by. I was gonna cancel it, but I think I'm going to do it. The 25th, I have the dentist appointment to repair and get my tooth capped that's cracked.
Mm.
I was gonna I can probably hold off, but I'm like, "Well, we're going camping in August, and I also don't want something bad to happen." And then I
Mhm.
read like, "Oh, any cracked teeth, you definitely need to get repaired because it could go and you can get a bacteria infection, go in your bloodstream and die." So I'm like, "I don't
Oh
want
my god.
to die." So I'm sure that's the most severe case, but you know how it is on Google Online? It's always the worst case scenario you come upon.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't wanna die. So, I'm gonna attempt to do it. I'm gonna take a Xanax before I go, prescription, and then hopefully they'll give me laughing gas, and I'm hoping they give me the Novocaine that doesn't have ephedrine in it that makes my heart race. I didn't even know that was an option
Mhm.
because then that hypes up, like, my asthma, and then my anxiety is even worse, and then I feel like I need to get a drink, but I can't, and I already have a small mouth, and they already have a hard time getting in there, and it's just the whole thing. My anxiety is terrible when it comes to dental work.
Oh gosh. That sounds awful.
So, I might get it done or I might run out of the chair. I almost did the last time I had a cavity filled, so we will see. Like, talking about it right now, I realize how irrational that is, but anxiety doesn't care about rationality, and it was never that bad, like, a couple years ago, it just came on over the past, like, 5 years, like, really bad. I think I always had it a little bit, but now it's just exacerbated.
Mhm.
And I just yeah. I'm like, I feel pretty calm about it. I think I can do it. But then the thought of actually doing it is like, "Oh god, I don't wanna do it." But I have to be a big girl and do it. Otherwise, I need to find a dentist that knocks me out, and hopefully, I don't attack the dentist while I'm knocked out while they can fix my tooth.
Oh gosh. Yeah, don't do that.
Well, I wouldn't do it on purpose. I don't have a good reaction to being put under lately. Uh-uh. I'm a mess. I don't know. So Saturday, I had the craft show, and thank you. You visited, and Aunt Alyssa visited me, which is nice.
Visited. I helped you pack up.
Help me pack up. But I almost left when I got there. So, like, I knew it was, like, kinda far down. It was, like, on, like, it was in a park, but, like, along a path, and it was quite I don't know, I'd say about the length of, like, a track, right? Like, quarter of a mile down,
Mhm.
like, about quarter of a mile down. Okay, like, but I was like they're like, "You can't drive." I had to haul all the heavy tents and all the heavy items and things. I was like, "Oh my god." I'm like, "I don't have help today." Like, stood there for 10 minutes thinking, "Do I leave or do I not leave? Do I leave?" Like, I actually considered leaving because I'm like, I don't know if I can do this." And I did it. I'm like, "You know what? We'll just get it done." But it took me and I didn't stop. Like, I just was like a pack mule going to my car, walking back to my car while hauling things. It took me over an hour by myself to do all the loads from my items and tables and, like, all the product to get to my area. And then I had to set up and then so I got there about 9:40, 9:45, and I was still setting up at noon when it started. And then it was
Great.
supposed to run to 8 p.m., but my gosh, we started packing up at what, like 7 and we were out before 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 8 p.m. is too late. Like, I don't know why we're having a 12 to 8 craft show. That's too long. Unless I could see it like if it was like a fall fest or like they're having fireworks in the evening that's a
Yeah, there
draw
just
to
wasn't
people.
anything going on later in the evening.
Right, to draw people in, because then it would make it worth it, but there wasn't, and it's not I mean, there's a bunch of food trucks and things that were there. I mean, it's expensive, so I just we shared a lemonade, you and I did, and we shared some nachos.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I mean, because I don't wanna spend it's also food trucks are expensive. I get it, it's the overhead and making it right there, whatever, but I like you're not making a ton of money, so I don't wanna spend money while I'm there, really.
Yeah.
Like, you spent you well, I guess you're only down, like, 15 because you got a gift, and then did you buy anything else for yourself after yeah, and then you bought something for yourself. Oh, yeah, you're
Oh,
behind.
yes, I
Full
went to
year
this
animal.
amazing pottery, tent. I love that woman. She also wrote a book for it was her grandchildren. So my brother and his wife bought the book, and then they also got a fruit bowl from her, and then I bought some things from her, and then I went back and I bought another thing from her. One thing was a gift, and I had been needing to buy a gift, and I was like, "This is perfect." And then I got her information from her, and me and Lucas are like, "We're going to have all of our plates and bowls from her, and just
Nice.
slowly buy everything."
Yes. Yeah, so that was cool. Yeah, and I used to, like, buy a cool, like, crystal lady, so that was nice, her vibe was good. So, yeah, no, I mean, overall, it was good. It was nice seeing friendly faces, so my friend Lynn and her daughter Amanda came, Amanda who's been a guest on here. So, like, they popped in, they actually purchased a couple items from me, which is nice, and, they were just checking out the whole, place, so it was just nice visiting them too. So, it was nice to have the friendly faces and, Aunt and Alyssa being there for a while, it was really nice.
Mhm. Yeah, it was nice to see Lily.
Yeah, it was really nice. But yeah, so overall, that was my Saturday and Sunday. I was sore. It was Father's Day, so went in the pool and then visited my dad, and I had dinner over there. It was nice.
It's fun.
It was fun.
What'd you guys have for dinner?
My mom made burgers on the grill. My dad wanted burgers, so she just made it, burgers on the grill and a salad, and it was really good.
Nice.
And then she's like, "You don't have a grill, do you?" I'm like, "No, I have to pan fry everything." And I'm like, "Actually, I'm thinking at some point I might get myself a little grill. Like, you know how when we're camping, I have a table one?
Mhm.
I want one that's more like a grill, not like the one I have for camping is a flat, like
Yeah.
that thing. So yeah, I might get myself a small grill, but I don't. It's generally just me. So, and if there's anything big hosting in the family area, you guys can get the grill and you can cook.
No, we have a
So,
small house.
well, you have a big backyard.
No, not as big as yours.
What backyard?
What?
It's covered in weeds. That's all you see.
Nope, your grass area is fine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I don't know. I for 90% of the time, I'm just cooking for me, so I don't really want to. So, I saw the absolute best rom-com, I say, of the year so far. It was amazing. Emails.
No.
Nope. Voicemails for Isabel. Freaking amazing, amazing,
Would it
amazing
be
movie.
considered a rom-com, though? It's just more of a romance. I didn't laugh at all.
Well, I guess, yeah, like, say, do you laugh at How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days? Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do.
I would say, though, this is the level of early 2000s rom-coms, though, like, as good.
It's good, yes, it's definitely
The
good.
rom,
I
love the
really liked
com,
it.
so good. You must see. It's just, it's touching. It had me crying, and I mean, I laughed at a couple little things, but it's just such a touching movie, so good. The male actor was great. I forget his name, and then the last name, what's her name? It's Deutsch? Douche?
No idea.
I don't
But
know.
I like her. She's in
I
a
like
lot of
her.
things.
She's been in a lot of things too, she's so cute. Though her hair was, like, dark, but in my mind, because she's been in movies as a redhead, I always picture her just being a redhead. Like, even though it's dark, that's how I picture her.
What is she in as a redhead?
Almost all the any other rom-coms that I've seen, her hair is red or, like,
No,
is
I've
blonde.
always seen it that color.
I've never seen it that dark. Like the movie where their bosses or, like, they hook up their 2 bosses and then
It's pretty dark in that movie.
it's red.
I don't think
I
so.
just rewatched it because 'cause I'm like,
I don't think so.
I just watched it, and I didn't realize the guy oh my gosh, I can't think of names today, I was just staring at a computer all day. Uh, who who's that actor that we really like in the tornado movies?
I don't know.
Complete brain fog. We have a T-shirt with his name on it, you got it for me.
Glenn
Yeah,
Powell.
Glenn Powell's in that movie, he's the love interest.
No, he's not.
In the movie where she's a horrible boss and
Okay,
Paul
well,
has a
you're
horrible boss.
switching around movies too much. It's getting confusing.
Oh, okay, it's with the same actor. So anyway, watch I wanna keep saying emails, voicemails, because I live in an email world. Watch voicemails for Isabel, you won't be disappointed. It's all over TikTok. Like, I can't even believe, like, so her sister's in the movie. I don't give too much away because it's really new. It was just released last week. But, like, at the end, she was, like, behind her. So if you haven't seen it, look for that part in the movie. Just it's so cute. Absolutely loved it.
So good.
So, so good. And then I've been having so much fun on TikTok seeing everyone enjoying our country still that's here for FIFA. And who knew America's actually being like doing really well in the World Cup? Like we actually might, there's a chance that we could fight. We could play. We could be playing England on the 4th. Yeah, Great Britain on the 4th. Do you know how awesome that is? Like we have to win.
Well, we better win.
Reunion.
Yeah.
Reunion.
50-year reunion of our independence. We better win. No, I realize a soccer fan. And then everyone's like, it's been great having the international sleepover. Everyone's so fun. Apparently our Scotland guys are in Florida right now and they're not liking how they put cones on the statues. Like, I love how Boston embraced it. I loved it. So I guess Florida's being a little bit not as excited for all the cones.
Ooh, Florida.
And then New York City people are upset. And I didn't hear this about Boston or the other cities because they're not getting tips, but also it's very expensive to live in New York City. So they really rely on tips. So they're not really getting tips at these restaurants from all the international people coming in that are in for the FIFA games. And honestly, it's not their fault. In most other countries, people just earn the wage. Like it's you can tip.
Yeah.
It's like $1 or $2 in other countries because they earn a living wage, and it's almost insulting. Like, why would you leave a big tip? So I guess New York City workers are not happy, but that's the culture. And if you want things to change, then you got to go about it.
Well, I saw something on the news. It
Hey,
was
Grandpa.
I think it was at Lucas's parents' house. I don't normally watch the news. That some restaurants were automatically charging a 20% tip people.
I hate when they do that too.
Oh.
Large party is 20%. But what if you have a large party and you get really bad service? Like, I don't know. I hate when they charge the extra fees
Yeah, but now they're just doing it for everyone right now.
because they want to make sure that I mean, I guess it protects the workers because they only earn like, I don't know what the minimum wage for servers are now.
Well, on the news, it was 18 states. The minimum wage is like 73 an hour, something like that.
Still under $3 because then I was
Crazy.
a waitress when what was I like 18, I think 17, 18. I was a waitress first at a truck stop. And yeah, it was like $2 an hour. So you literally barely made enough gas money if you did not get tips or it's a slow night. It was awful.
That's crazy. And then I know there's some restaurants that no matter if you get tipped or not, assume like what a 20% tip or something, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, most people assume a 20% tip, which because I was a waitress, I do try to give a 20% tip, but I don't like it that everybody wants a 20% tip. I don't like that I can't go get boba and they ask for the tip, or I order a pizza and I pick it up and
I don't tip places where I'm picking up food from the counter.
yeah, I hate that. Like, I don't like that, but I'm worried they're gonna spit in my food. Like, so I'm like, I guess a couple dollars. I'm not giving you 20%.
Those people though aren't making that little. They're making actual minimum
But you
wage.
work at a pizza place, you made minimum wage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're making minimum wage. Like, stop it. I really like during COVID, everyone was generous with the tips, and I get it. But at this point, times are hard. Inflation's up like so much. Like, cut it out. Like, stop even having that be an option.
Yeah.
Like, unless you dine in, it makes sense. Like, you can't even get a boba, or I get my coffee. I do tip the Starbucks workers, but again, they start remembering you if you go to the same one. So I don't want them spitting in my drink either.
Yeah.
So, but I only give $1. I'm not giving even 10%. And I have realized like the cheaper coffee places are catching up to what Starbucks charges now.
It's all becoming pretty close to the same nowadays.
It used to be like, so I'd go to my local Tim Hortons I get a coffee cup, a large coffee for $1.50. Like, it's nothing fancy. It's just, some cream, some sugar, coffee.
Mhm.
And now it's over $3 for a large coffee. I'm like, well, for $5, I can go to Starbucks.
Yeah.
So I do I rarely go to Tim's as much anymore just because I'm trying to save money, and I allow myself my Starbucks once a week. It's rare that I go more than once a week.
Mhm.
But I did find a viral TikTok order now for an iced coffee, and it doesn't bother my tummy. I don't have to take my Lactaid anymore. 'Cause
Why haven't you been just replacing your milk with almond or oat milk?
I don't want to admit that I am, like, becoming lactose intolerant. I'm fighting that reality, but now if I'm heading to work and I have it, I take a Lactaid, but I realize I might need 2 because my stomach, the bloating, then the pains, and then when I have to go to the bathroom, I have to go, like, there's no I can't wait, like, it's going to be some bad,
Oh
like
gosh.
not to be TMI, but yeah. So then this one girl from Australia was on TikTok, and she was so cute. So she had a whole basketful, like, she filled a whole little carry-on of product from us,
Mhm,
and it wasn't ranch, she was disappointed about that, but she got a ton of EOS lotions. I love those. She
mhm.
Victoria's Secrets and got some lotion. She's like, "They were on sale for, like, 3 for 20," or something like that, so she was so excited, and then she bought 5 things of Aquaphor. And I used it.
Interesting.
I'm like, "That's interesting, you don't have Aquaphor." But, like, she was just so cute because she was so excited to have those things. And then just seeing people, like, walking through our grocery stores, and then the one guy went to a I think I sent you the video, he went to Texas Longhorn for a steak. He's like, "I had a medium rare steak," and he's from Africa, and he's like, "I had a medium rare steak, and we have barbecue, but we don't have steaks like this." And he's like, "With some wine, it was the best." Oh my gosh, he was like, "It was the best thing I've ever had in my life." Like, it was just it's so cute seeing people, like, enjoy our culture. I don't know, it kinda makes my heart happy and just, like, we're good hosts, and honestly, I feel like, as they're all saying, it's like the international sleepover. I think that we should host FIFA, like, every 2 years, like, every other year, bring it back to the United States because everyone, like, has to spend so much money building stadiums. We have stadiums, like, down south, I couldn't believe the high school stadiums that we have down there. Like, we have football stadiums everywhere. Don't worry, we can host FIFA whenever they would like to come back.
Yeah.
And I've seen so many TikToks, "America, I'm so sorry. We just see what's on the news. We didn't realize how nice you were, how wonderful you are." But now that they're traveling to different states, they're gonna see how slightly different. So in Florida, please treat them nice. I mean, New York City, I mean, it's a city, so you never know how that's gonna be. I hope they have fun though.
Yeah. I saw a video on TikTok. It was like a bunch of Norway fans like doing something in Times Square.
Yes, they're doing the Norwegian stroke. Like, I loved it.
And
I
then like there's a comment like, "Is anyone left in Norway?" Because there's so many people.
They took up the whole Times Square. Like, they just,
Oh,
like, took it all up. Like,
like
amazing.
who
Like,
organized that?
I don't know. There's a ton of Dutch people here, like Norway, like, I love it. I just wish we're in a city where I don't leave my house much, people, and you know what? I would be going out to a bar. I'd even go out alone if I knew that they were local, like, if they were Buffalo, like, for the Bills or whatever. I would
Mhm.
find them just to go hang out. Like, it's so cool. Yeah, and I love how Scotland's called the Tartan Army. I think they're my favorite because 'cause they've just been on TikTok the most.
Mhm.
One soccer player from Switzerland, so I don't know if Switzerland's out or if they had to go back because it's gonna be a while. I don't know how that worked, but he's, like, back in Switzerland, and then he was playing the song Country Roads Take Me Home. He's like, "I'm missing America." Like, "Oh, that's so sweet."
That's funny.
It was funny. So, just having a lot of fun watching all their reactions because then I feel bad 'cause I was talking to my mom about this, and they watch, like, the news and stuff. They're not seeing a lot of that, like, all the fun TikToks and the fun and just it's just really nice. And, then I also saw some British lady, like, back in England, she's like, "We need to get bakers. We need ranch. So it's buttermilk, it's sour cream, it's seasoning." Like, so pretty soon, Britain's going to have the ranch, I have a feeling.
I'm sure.
They were saying at TSA because 'cause they're trying to bring it actually on, like, on their person as their carry-on. The TSA has been confiscating ranch and making people upset. I'm like, "Aw." It's like, "No, no, you gotta check that bag if you're gonna take ranch."
Oh gosh.
I'm thinking they probably don't want it exploding in their suitcase.
No.
'Cause that would be awful. So, yeah, it's been fun. Oh, did you also see, though, Norway? They shipped all their food. because they do not trust American food, so they shipped all their salmon. They like it's all on pallets. So I first saw that on TikTok, but I didn't kind of thought it was AI. Like, you know how you don't always know if things are
Mhm.
true. So like they showed shipments of pallets of salmon and fruit and different things. But they also had oranges, and I'm like, pretty sure those oranges traveled back and forth. But all right, like, but yeah. So yeah, they don't trust American food. They are not. Norway's taking this seriously. They're not eating any of our food.
Oh, well, I'm sure that's way healthier for them to do.
Well, and they said they don't trust our food, but as an athlete, maybe that's why we're winning. As an athlete, their bodies probably can't handle our food because we all know there's chemicals and
Yeah, that is probably why.
that's what you guys say. So their bodies are breaking down from all our chemicals in our
Like,
food.
you like get spell it off to just because yesterday we ate a bunch of food we're not normally used to eating, like, fresh bacon and stuff, which is really good, but my body just can't handle that anymore.
Yeah. So, I mean, it might be smart, and plus their quality is and it's better over in Europe, right? Like, they don't eat our food. They don't want our food. It's the quality is better over there because they don't have a corrupt FDA like ours. So, yeah. So it's just interesting. But as an athlete, diet's all part of it. Like, so I guess it's smart, really. So if Norway wins, it's because they brought their own food.
Yep.
Does it say how many pellets? Yeah, okay. So reports claim the team brought roughly 1,000 kilograms, I don't know what kilograms are, of supplies for their sticks. So I don't whatever kilograms are, they have 1,000 of.
Have
What? Hello? What was it?
what?
I heard Luke say something.
No. No.
Oh, and there's one last story I need to share. It's a story that like outraged me, but in the beginning of the week, and then I kind of forgot with all the fun I'm having on TikTok. It's a story of a, a dad, young dad. He has a toddler daughter. She needed to go to the bathroom, and he's at a store. I don't know what store it was.
Yes, I saw this.
And so he took his daughter in, and another man and wife were uncomfortable, and they called the police. Like, come on, can you not have any empathy? Like, a little girl should not. I mean, honestly, even a little boy barely should be even going into the men's room. You've got urinals, and there's exposure. Like no. A dad is taking his daughter into the restroom. What would you have them do, sir? But then the backlash is that guy actually got in trouble. I believe he was fined for calling the police unnecessarily, and he lost his job, which
Oh.
kind of harsh, like the life lesson. But you know what? What are you doing? Like, don't be
Yeah,
so
like, leave, like, him alone. He's not in there being weird and, like, just watching people go to the bathroom. He was in there with his daughters, they're washing their hands and trying to leave.
right. So if you were uncomfortable, then don't
What,
go in.
like, and then why is he was in the bathroom? Why are you in the bathroom then? You don't have a reason to be there.
Exactly. She's like, "Oh my god, there's a man in here," and maybe he ran in. But like, I'm like, "Oh, so, like, sir, why are you in here?" Or like, honestly, like, unless he was being weird, I wouldn't even notice. But if you see he's got a little girl, and
No,
then
if I saw, like, a man in the bathroom, I would do a double take, then I saw, like, he's, like, with a little girl, like, oh, he's with his daughter, like, that's
yeah,
fine.
it's fine. Honestly, I barely noticed. Like, I'm just going in there to do my business. If a guy would just stay, unless I felt like he looked menacing, right? Like, oh, is he
Yeah, I
here?
probably wouldn't even notice.
I probably wouldn't even notice. Like, I see a guy holding a thing. I think, is he holding it for his wife, girlfriend, someone's sick? I don't know. I'm just going to the bathroom, getting out. Like,
Yeah. I did see the actual worker at wherever it was, like, everyone was saying, like, she was a hero because she, like, closed the door on that guy and was like, "No, you're fine, just finish what you're doing."
good. Well, yeah, because I didn't actually see the video. I just heard about people talking about it. I heard that he was like yelling at the guy too in front of his little girl after
I
it.
know,
Like,
awful.
so awful, so traumatizing. The little girl's probably just like, I'm just trying to go not pee my pants. Like,
I know.
and yes, if I saw that situation, like, yeah, you could volunteer and take the, like, moms do that, like, take the little girl in, but you're a stranger. I would rather my husband take my child into the girls' room because not every place has a family bathroom. But like in this, and now I'm going to sound like an old person, at this day and age, like bathrooms are like kind of more like flow anyway, right? Because transgender, like you're allowed to go in. Like, just leave it alone. Unless someone seems scary, like they're gonna harm you, mind your business. Go to the bathroom and get out.
Yeah, if no one's threatening you or being really creepy and weird, what's the issue?
But let's like normal, like Normal. A man should be in there with his daughter. I wouldn't even be mad about it if he brought his son into the women's room just because of who knows what's going on in that men's room, right? Like,
Mhm.
bathrooms are gross. I used to clean up after in men's bathrooms at a restaurant after. They're messy. Like, and no one needs to see grown men's penises. Let's be real, right? Like, there's exposure, like with urinals because they don't have privacy. Like, it's fine. Be in the women's bathroom. Any child, like even a woman, you're going to bring your son into the bathroom. Like, I brought Anthony in until he was like probably too old, like technically to be in the women's bathroom, like 10 or 11. But I didn't care because I heard horror stories of men's bathrooms and I felt safe for him going into a women's bathroom.
Mhm.
Basically until he refused. He went into the women's bathroom. But like, you gotta worry about your kids. So yeah, that couple was ridiculous. And I hope they get it. Like, yeah, he had repercussions for his actions, but I hope he really gets it so he's not like a crap human for the rest of his life. Like, think about it. And even her, like, once you saw he had a little girl, wouldn't you be like, I'm so sorry? Like,
Yeah, weird.
he's not just standing around. And maybe he was kind of pacing outside the door or whatever. She's not sure why. I would just wait, right? Like, I don't know what he's doing walking around in the bathroom. Okay, maybe I'll just wait and not go in. I don't know.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, so very weird. So I didn't like that. So that one outraged me a little bit.
Yeah, I was outraged too when I saw that.
Then on the line of kids, I saw something really cool and fun. So in the Netherlands, they created rain playgrounds where children can safely enjoy water play while helping reduce flooding in nearby areas. So, like in a lot of the cities, and they have little parks. They just have it all set up so the rain does go in that vicinity, and then you see a bunch of little kids like in their little raincoats and their little welly boots, and they're just all playing. They're very cute.
That's cute.
I think it is. It's adorable. Embrace the rain. Oh, what I'm confused about, and I don't know if it's location for the sun, but a lot of Europeans said that they don't get sunsets like we get.
Odd.
Yeah, which I found odd too. And then I also found odd they also don't get thunderstorms like we get.
Really? I didn't know that.
They get rain. Yeah, they were really surprised with our thunderstorms. I was like, huh, that's interesting. So I didn't really think I kind of feel like I don't know, we've been in Europe, it has rained a little and again, we didn't have thunder, but I didn't really realize that. But like sunsets I would think would be the same, but maybe just different geographical location, it just looks different.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Bit weird. All right. Are you ready to get into Reddit stories?
We
I
are.
feel like I talked this whole time.
That's okay.
Uh,
Lucas actually sent one in. I think that's why he's in here is he wants to hear it.
oh, he's excited to hear it. Hi to Lucas. For those of you that don't know, Lucas is Ariana's boyfriend, and sometimes he pops in during the pod, or you'll just randomly hear his voice in the pod. It's him.
So he sent this to me because we had a discussion about it. No.
Not from personal experience.
He's writing in from personal experience. No, okay. So I've actually heard of this one. I know you have too, but we haven't read it on here. So this is from Best of Redditor Updates. Original OP is throw RA _ Canning 1900. My 42 female husband, 42 male, has informed me he intends to go on a gaycation with his brother-in-law, 35 male in Ibiza. How do I handle this?
Okay, so it stopped for a second. I
Oh,
apologize. Okay, now you're there. Yeah, it cut out and then Zoom rebooted. So, and we're back.
where did I cut off?
We didn't hear any of this. If you can reread the story, it'd be great.
Oh, okay. Did you hear me say that you probably heard this? I've heard of this, but
That's ended.
okay, but we've never read it. My 42 female husband, 42 male, has informed me he intends to go on a gaycation with his brother-in-law, 35 male in Ibiza. How do I answer this? Handle this?
Hold on, I want to make sure we're still recording now that it rebooted. Well, oh yeah, it is. Okay. How do we handle this? I don't know. I'm gonna just go ahead and get into it. Now I'm distracted.
Hi there. I really wish I didn't have to make this post, but here it goes. So me and my husband have been happily married for about 16 years, give or take. We both have stable careers, good family life, and are fairly fortunate despite the cost of living racking in the UK right now. We have two boys, 15 and 10, and up until this Sunday, I thought we had it pretty good. We argue sometimes, of course, but have never gotten too bad, and a pretty decent sex life with some exploration, but I won't get into that. Long and short is, on Sunday, after I dropped off our boys at their friends, my husband asked me if we had the house alone. More importantly, do I have a minute? I said yes, and he sat me down, then got out this printed poster for some sort of orgy and started explaining to me the concept of a gaycation. How it's where
Okay.
straight men go to somewhere with the sun, sand, and booze and become gay for the duration of the trip, but that's fine because it doesn't actually count because what happens on the gaycation stays on the gaycation.
I don't think that's how it works, but okay.
I was just completely silent and mortified. Even more so when he said he was looking into booking a trip to Ibiza next year with his brother in law, his sister's husband, to experience it for himself.
Oh, okay. I would have a lot of questions right there. Okay.
Okay. When he finally let me speak, I just said I need him to be clear with me. Is he gay? Because if yes, that's okay, but we need to figure out what happens going forward. I didn't let myself get angry or upset. I was just stunned. He swore up and down how he's not gay and he's 100% attracted to women. And of course, still loves me and our boys. So I said, well, do you think you're bi maybe? And he got very defensive, saying how I need to drop the accusations that this is the beauty of the gaycation. It allows straight men to experience gayness without actually being gay. And how it's like going to an aquarium.
No,
He
no, it's not.
and again, he was adamant that he doesn't find men's bodies or genitalia exciting at all, but he needs to experience this apparently. I said, "Well, I'm not really comfortable because even if he was bi, this would be explicitly cheating on me." And he got angry and reiterated that he's not because that's the beauty of the gaycation.
Oh my god.
I just left the room. I ignored him for the rest of the day, but we spoke at tea where I again asked him, why does he want to do this so bad if he's not gay? He said how he's interested in how gay men's lives differ to straight men, and that unfortunately, once the gaycation begins, it's simply impossible for a man to resist and he must surrender himself, mind, body, and soul to the gaycation or be destroyed.
Be destroyed.
Be destroyed. Are they gonna assault you? What?
I really can't put into words how surreal it was because he was speaking so matter of factly. He again insists this is a thing that straight men do all the time and how he's actually doing it a bit late. I just said to him if he has any love for me, then he can't go ahead with this, and if he does, the marriage will be dead. We didn't speak anymore after that. Since then, he's mentioned no more of it, but somehow this is what scares me a lot too. What if the decision generally seems to be tearing him up? He didn't go into work Monday and only went in a half day yesterday because he told him he just felt too ill and he looks distraught every time I see him. I really don't think he's wholly gay, though I can actually believe he's bi, but I'd rather we talked about that in a healthy way rather than this incredibly weird denialism around going on a sex holiday to Ibiza. Has anyone known straight guys to do this and come back and just go back to being straight? Like, surely that can't be a thing that happens. I'm so out of my depth here, and I just don't know how to even initiate the conversation. For the record, I also haven't mentioned it to his sister yet. I don't know how I'd even break it to her. Thanks for the help. I just don't even want to think about being able to get this out there. This has helped a bit.
Oh, honey, he's hot for your brother-in-law.
What? Like that? Do you think they've been doing things like before this, or
Might have, or he's been resisting, but they're really attracted to each other, or it's one-sided attraction.
they just want to try it out in a gaycation?
Right, like, no, you wanna try to he wanted the hall pass, right? He wants a hall pass to go be gay with his brother-in-law and try this gaycation and maybe experiment with other guys as well. Like, I would not be like, you go live your truth, but you're my spouse, and in our marriage, we we are not seeing other people, we're just seeing each other. So for me, that'd be a hard pass. And for her, it's a hard pass because then are you being safe? Are you using condoms? I don't want to get the STI. Like, no. And then I'd also have questions. Are you hooking up with your brother-in-law, or are you just like you like him and you're trying to find a way where you both could be together without cheating? Like, I feel like he's working so hard to be in denial. Like, it's fine. It's just a gaycation. I no, it means you're definitely at least bi or you're curious, right? Or bi-curious, I'd say. Let's say that. Like, you're curious, but, like, you're married. Like, that you need to talk about it in a healthy way. But if you need to go, if you feel that this is your life purpose to go to this vacation, then I think your marriage is over. And maybe
Yeah, because it's just getting an excuse to cheat, really.
right, he wants that hall pass where you can't be mad, "I was at a gaycation." And then do you just come back and live like normal? Like, I'm pretty sure,
Yes.
like, once that Pandora's box is open,
One on one.
really interested, you're gonna probably want more of that, and maybe that you're more attracted to that. Or, you and your sister-in-law might just be single because now your brother-in-law and him are now a couple. Like, maybe that's what
Yeah.
at least they apparently are probably nice guys. Like, I don't know. Like
Yeah, it's kinda weird they even brought it up. He could have gotten away with it if he was just like, "We're going on a guys trip."
he really
I'm
could have.
just
I think maybe that's where he didn't want the guilt of that, like, the weight of cheating.
I
So he
guess.
wanted to gaslight her and thinking this is normal. All guys do it. I mean,
They do.
I raised a son. I only have one, but I'm pretty sure he didn't do a gaycation.
He might have.
I
They do.
don't I guess we've never had that discussion. I don't know, Lucas, have you gone on a gaycation?
Can't disclose that.
So, if Ari, I would be concerned unless you're okay with it, if
Well, nah, I think it's just a one-time thing.
Yeah.
So he did it before me, so it's
Yeah.
okay.
okay. I mean, hey, he's just curious then. A college
Yeah.
experimentation.
Experimentation at college. His
But
gaycation was college.
it
Oh.
was college. Okay, well then
Oh my goodness.
he figured it all out. I'm glad he did. Just Ari in like 10 years, if he starts looking at your brother, just don't be surprised. But no, I just what would you do, Ari, if Lucas says, "Hey, me and Caleb, his friend, we're gonna go on. We haven't seen each other. He's been, he's going away to Germany. He was there for 5 years. We're gonna go take a gaycation. It's not cheating, Ari. We're just taking our gaycation." What would you say?
Nope, that's cheating.
Yes.
What if it was the other way around?
That's cheating.
Well, yeah. Well, like, Ari, you wanted a gaycation.
Yeah.
Either way, it's cheating. Like, if you're single, go live your best life. If he truly is just, I don't know if he's confused or just bisexual, like, it could be either, but that's fine. But when you're in a relationship, you have to have some honest conversations. And, like, he maybe needs to go live his truth and maybe not be married to his wife.
Yeah. Alright, so there's lots of edits and updates.
Okay.
So, let's do edit 1.
Okay.
The marriage is dead one way or another. In a way, I was in denial myself about that. I have contacted my sister-in-law, and she initially screamed at me, calling me a liar, and even insinuated that I was trying to steal her husband. She
What? You're
she
not your husband, Mike.
she rang me back shortly after, apologized, and admitted she was in deep, deep shock. I have asked my parents to look after the boys, and we're going to meet tomorrow to discuss this deeper. I've also texted my husband and told him he will need to make alternative accommodation arrangements, but he will not be sleeping here tonight, and the bag will be waiting for him. I'm not sure if the mods want to lock this post or not, but I think I've got my answers. Thank you for all your kind words. P.S. I see a lot of people asking about the aquarium, and at risk of doxing myself, there's a pretty famous aquarium in the UK called the Deep. At the very end, you walk through a tunnel that goes underneath the main fish tank, so it's quite immersive, I suppose. My husband explained that the aquarium thing is that it's a bit like that. You go there and you observe the fish, but you even get a bit close up, but you never actually enter the water, get emotionally invested, or become a fish, gay. So it doesn't really count. It is a very bizarre analogy, and I pointed out it still makes no sense, and he just got more in a huff and how I just don't get it, and frankly, I still don't.
I think in his head, he built this up. He was so sure that she was just gonna go for it. Like, he just wanted to convince her that this is normal. This is what all guys do. Like, look, it's just like going to the aquarium. Like, really think that he just thought, like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna convince her, then she's gonna have the same thought process. It's fine.
Hmm. Oh, so there's some relevant comments. One comment. So this is just a thought, but I'm wondering if he was really planning on doing a gaycation or if that was a cover to try to get you to agree to it. What if the real plan was to get women while he's down there? Nope, he replied. That I hadn't really thought of. And now that thought terrifies me. From the way he was talking about men, the fact that he had a poster of a gay orgy, I mean, it's one hell of a bluff, surely.
Yeah. I don't think this was a cover because it would just be a guy's trip if he wanted a cover for women, I think.
Hmm. All right, so there is an update. So when I last posted, I contacted my husband to tell him he wouldn't be staying home tonight and a bag would be waiting for him. As you can imagine, we argued quite badly. I won't go into the specific details, but no, I'm 100% on board with the fact at minimum he's bi, might even be gay altogether. We've had arguments in the past, but I've generally never seen him have such a childish tantrum before. Screaming about how I just don't understand the gaycation. Actually despise that phrase now. And insinuating I'm actually homophobic because I refuse to allow him to participate in this cultural exchange with the gay community. A lot of you said to ask him if it'd be acceptable if the roles were in reverse. And I did say, would it be acceptable if I went and slept with other guys during that week? Like fucking clockwork, he was very angry and offended, saying it's completely different because gaycation means nothing. And what happens on gaycation stays on gaycation. So it doesn't actually count, or I'd just be straight up cheating.
No.
Well, I turned it around on him. No, but you see, what happens in Manchester stays in Manchester. It doesn't mean anything and doesn't count. It's like bird watching. And I think that got through to him. He went all quiet and started crying, admitting the thought of me sleeping with another man is destroying his heart. But relationships need sacrifices. So agreed, while in tears, that when he goes on gaycation, I'll get 1 week in Manchester to do whatever I want. He doesn't want me to, but that's fair in a twisted way, he supposed.
No. Oh my gosh. I don't understand his thought process. No. He just he, no. He just wants that hall pass.
I told him to get out of my house. Thankfully, he left without a fight. I know it's incredibly petty, but I also drained the joint bank account so he couldn't try to use it against me. An hour later, I got run up by his mom, my mother in law, who just screamed and screamed at me about being a cheating whore, how I was horrible. What about the kids? When I finally got my composure back, I just said to ask your son about the gaycation. Obviously, at first she got angry, but I said, no, ask him about the gaycation. He'll explain. But she called me a fucking joke and hung up. Later on, getting into the evening, got another phone call from her in floods of tears. She was very apologetic and I told her she doesn't need to be the one to apologize. She was so upset, she put the father-in-law on the phone, who, while he sounded calm, I could sort of tell he was on a warpath. Again, very apologetic, and said he overheard that phrase, asked my husband, and my husband initially said, no, it's nothing, before explaining how it's a modern thing men do, and gave him the same spiel about what happens on the gaycation. Men cannot resist the gaycation, how a man must surrender to the gaycation.
Oh my-
Father in law just said they told him to leave or they called the police. Don't care where he goes, like he wasn't staying there.
Okay, well, I feel bad. I mean, his parents can accept him about the gaycation. Oh, poor guy. Okay.
Husband tried to call me while I was on the phone, but I just ignored it. And father-in-law said he was so sorry for me, and they have my corner in this. So that's one thing. Told them to be there for their daughter because it sounds like brother-in-law is involved. Didn't tell them that. And father-in-law just said he had to go because he was so angry.
I can't believe it. Could you imagine looking at your dad and be like, "You just have to surrender to the gay."
Yeah.
Okay.
Got a text from my husband after the phone call, which was weirdly rambly, saying about how I'd abused the gaycation to destroy his marriage and destroy his life. And again, insinuated I and his parents were homophobic for doing such a thing. Told him we'll talk about it when he grows up and blocked his number. I took a day off work myself to have the locks changed this morning, so that's 500 pounds gone, but whatever. At least I know he won't be coming back. I'm going to look into how to proceed with a divorce and then we'll move on from there. Oh, of course, there's also the brother in law. So I haven't met with sister in law. She was in such a state and has taken this far, far worse than I have for reasons that'll be clear soon. We're going to maybe try tomorrow, but we did talk over the phone and I eavesdropped on the conversation with her husband where she put her phone on speaker and I went on mute. Her husband got home earlier. She made him come home, told him there was an emergency, and just said to him, "Can you please explain what a gaycation is?" She
What is
told me afterwards she was praying he'd look confused or just be like, "What?" or anything like that. But instead, he just sat her down and explained a gaycation is a new thing where straight men go to gay hotspots and participate in gay sex acts, but it doesn't count because there's no investment. And because what happens on the gaycation stays on the gaycation.
they sound so ridiculous. Sir, you're not straight. If you okay. What else did he say?
He said it's like writing down angry thoughts and putting them in a drawer. You never have to see them again. Whole time, sister-in-law is in tears as he calmly bats off the same points my husband did about how it doesn't count. He even did the whole, it's impossible to resist. You must surrender or be destroyed shit. I seriously think they must be speaking to a dominatrix or something. Because surely neither of them are into this to actually want that up to actually make that up on their own. I really don't want to go into what was discussed for her sake, but it did become very apparent to me that the brother in law is into sissy hypno porn and at times conflated that this with the concept of a gaycation. There was this utterly surreal moment where sister-in-law is also trying to wrap her head around this, while also in a flood of tears, and he explains so gently, so matter-of-factly, that for most men, the gaycation is either a one-time or annual thing, but some men go on the gaycation for years, and others simply never return because they use hypnosis and mind control to be totally feminized into a state permanent pseudo gayness. She said
Okay.
in she said in disbelief, surely if you're taking it up the arse willingly because you want to, that makes you gay. And he said no, because that's the beauty of the gaycation. You can do all this gay stuff, but you don't interact with the wider gay life experience.
Oh boy.
She asked him if the sissy stuff is what he wanted, and he said, not on a long term basis, and was adamant this is something all straight men do, but she wouldn't get it because she's a woman. There were more insinuations of homophobia. Well, that marriage is dead too, I suppose. The whole ordeal ended when she said to him he has a choice to make. And he said no, he doesn't need to make this choice because the beauty of the gaycation is that it allows him to keep his marriage because it doesn't count.
He's freaking delusional, just like the other guy. I don't know what Kool-Aid they're drinking. Oh my gosh.
She said that's not the choice. The choice is whether he's leaving the house that night or she is. The only good thing he did was leave. Me and sister-in-law spoke about it after that, and I'm just still utterly stunned. I understand she's gone to her parents for the support. What exactly did we have? What exactly did we do to have our lives destroyed in such an abrupt, bizarre, embarrassing way? For some advice, I'm going to look at devices and bank statements to see if I can find any definitive proof of cheating. After that, I suppose, figure out how to tell the boys why their father won't be coming home. There's an edit, but I'll let you comment.
Well, wait, how do you, because you don't wanna out somebody that's not ready to be outed. Like, I'm thinking they're both bisexual. maybe fully gay, but I'm thinking bisexual. I don't like, but like to tell your kids, this affects your family. I don't know how old the kids, I forgot how old the kids were from the beginning of the story, but like if they're older, they deserve to know, but you also don't want to out someone that's not ready. So I don't know. I guess go ahead. There's more.
There's more. All right, I'll get into the more. Spoke to the other sister-in-law. My husband's family is older sister, him, younger sister, original sister-in-law, and gave her a skimmed down version of it. She asked her husband, and thankfully, he was deeply confused. But then mentioned about 2 years ago at a birthday party, he was approached by my husband and brother in law about signing up to some online boot camp around BDSM cross dressing. He assumed they were taking the piss out of him, so told him to fuck off. Never thought of it again. The fact this has been going on for that long is making me want to throw up. P.S. For the poster said about divorce options, I'm actually going to look into adultery because plain and simple, that's what this is.
Yeah. Yikes.
Crazy.
Yeah, so I don't know if him and the brother-in-law have been cheating or if they just have built up this fantasy of how, like, we'll explain it, we'll get to be together, we can experience other.
They must be. They have to be like, it doesn't count because we're not actually gay, so it's okay if we hook up.
Yeah, I don't know if they're just in so self-denial. I don't know what's going on, or this is just their way to get to go and get that pass so my wife won't be mad. No, no, it doesn't count. No, it counts. It's cheating. Like if you don't have an open relationship, it's cheating. So, like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, what would you do? Like, I mean, to me, it'd be the end of the marriage, and it doesn't mean that you're homophobic. It just means I want monogamy and you no longer want to be monogamous. So I don't know
Yeah.
what you're understanding. So that's what this has to do with and only has to do with this. I don't know how you tell your kids though, because I just wouldn't want to out like your husband, but yeah, it does affect them. So I guess depending on their ages, you just give them as much information as they need.
Yeah.
Eventually their dad might have a boyfriend. You know what I mean? Eventually. So they'll
You
figure
just say like, yeah, we have our differences, and so
yeah. We definitely have differences of opinions and we love you both and yeah.
yeah, crazy.
It's crazy. Like, yeah, I remember that. I don't remember how it was a long one. It's a good one. I just I only remember the beginning of a part of the Gaycation. I just cannot believe how delusional he is. Like how if they just like drank the Kool-Aid and the whole thing about well, they could hypnotize you and I may never get to come home. What?
You're like, what is that?
No, it means you're happy being gay and you don't want to leave is what's happening. That's what's happening.
Yeah, you're not getting hypnotized or
Yeah, you hypnotized because you're having fun and you don't wanna leave your gaycation. Like, oh my goodness, that is crazy. Yeah,
very crazy.
so is Lucas trying to tell you something before you guys well, you're already living together, but before you take any other deeper commitments, does he need a gaycation? Maybe you guys
We'll
conversation.
have to discuss this.
Yeah, you guys better have that discussion, you know. Don't wanna have that sprung on you, like, 10 years from now.
Oh my sister Nancy have a funny TikTok I watch. It was like a stand-up comedian. He's like, you know you're in love when you have these weird conversations. They're watching some movie and he was like, my wife turned to me and crying and says, if you cheat, I don't want to know. I just want to be happy. And then later on says, if you have a baby with this woman, you have to tell me because I want you to be a good father. And then of course, he made it funny and jokes about it. And then there's another one where she's like, "But if you sleep with a man, and you're the bottom, then we're getting divorced." And he's like, "That's a weird line to draw in the sand." He's like, "I don't care if you sleep with a woman."
I know, that is a weird line to draw in the sand. Well, okay.
She was like, "It's because you won't let me back there, and you'll then that's you letting someone else back there, not me."
Oh, okay. Apparently she wants to peg him, and he said no. That's funny. Well, that explain that reason. Oh, boy. Yeah. I feel bad for her and her sister-in-law, but you know what, though? Instead of being cheated on where you can get STIs and things, it's a good thing at least he delusionally told you.
Yeah. So it seems like something's been going on with the brother-in-law. Does that mean that something has gone on with maybe other men? before this?
Might have been looking
Like,
for it. I would get tested actually if I have both sister-in-laws, and I'm almost wondering if the other sister-in-law, 'cause it was her news not to share if she's pregnant or something too.
mhm,
I was thinking about that, but it's fine, you know? They're just so delusional. Yeah, they're definitely
crazy.
yeah, but her and the brother-in-law, there's definitely something going on with them. Weird.
Mhm,
It's just and to think you never know, you're like, "Oh," 'cause, like, isn't that what you want? Like, "Oh, it'd be great if, like, in-laws get along great. Hey, the guys hang out a lot. Oh, they went out for drinks," and you're like, "Did they actually go out to drinks or were they hooking?"
yeah, it would have you questioning everything.
You'd question everything, every interaction that you saw, because 'cause you're just thinking they're good friends.
Mhm.
Yeah, no.
Well, didn't we read a story on here where the father was using the boyfriend to actually cheat on his wife, saying he was hanging out with him and then was
Yeah,
going out with another woman? Like,
yeah, yeah, we did. Did we read that one here? Did I hear
yes.
it was here? Okay. Like, I listen to so many podcasts, I don't know if it's ours or someone else's. Yeah, oh my gosh, crazy. Alright, do you have another one for us?
It's late. We're just doing the one tonight.
No, do one more because it might have to post it 2 separately, so so the first half of before Reddit and then after Reddit.
We just edit them together.
I don't know if I'll be able to splice it together.
Ugh.
One more, dear, you can do it.
Mm, let's mm, let's see. Oh, just have a bunch of long ones.
I know, but we can't just have one Reddit story. We're based on Reddit.
That was a long Reddit story.
It really was. My mind is blown, but we need at least one more. We need 2, the very least.
Okay. We're doing posted from relationship advice, posted by Mama Mia 98. My 28 female husband, 29 male, left me on our wedding night.
Oh, geez, that's terrible.
We've been married for 3 months now, yet I'm still trying to process something that happened on our wedding night. After the celebration, we had planned to spend our first night together in a room we had booked. Instead, my husband chose to leave and spend the evening with his friends, and I went to the hotel alone. It was supposed to be the happiest day of my life, but that night I felt like the loneliest moments I've ever experienced. I was deeply hurt and devastated. We talked about it afterwards. I love him very much, and because of that love, I chose to give him another chance. I want our marriage to work. I want to move forward. But when I think back to that night, there's still quite the ache in my heart. I find myself reliving it, and each time I feel a small but sharp pain. I'm trying to forgive him truly. Yet sometimes I feel emotionally numb and unsure whether I'm still hurting, whether I've suppressed it, or whether I simply haven't allowed myself to grieve properly. What makes it harder is that his family and friends didn't see anything wrong with what happened. To them, it wasn't a big deal, but to me, it was deeply personal. I love my husband. I don't want to resent to grow in my heart, but I'm afraid I don't know how to fully move past this. How do you heal from something like this?
He left the wedding night. I want a big explanation.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's really weird. Like, I don't how do
You
you
wanna spend your wedding night with your friends? Like, you couldn't do that other nights before this?
I think maybe they need an annulment, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's heartbreaking, but just I would need a big explanation. I don't that clearly means you don't want to be with me if you're with your friends on your wedding night.
Yeah. Top comment. My ex-husband spent our wedding night getting shit-faced and puking with his friends. He continued to choose his friends over me during our whole marriage. You should have been his only thought that night, but instead, your husband was worried about partying, it seems.
Yeah, I'd be so upset.
Mhm.
And this kinda sets the course of your marriage. It really does. You'd end up like her. Like, I would not like, does she put down, like, is there any update or explanation from her husband?
No, I'm trying to look through the comments, nothing.
Yeah, that's frustrating. You're ending it on a frustrating one, Ari. Yeah, I'd be so frustrated. I think I would just get an annulment. Like, obviously, you wanna move forward, and she loves her husband, but he have the same amount of love for you? I mean, clearly, he didn't respect you enough to even think about you on your wedding night.
Yeah. Another good comment. I don't know if this is helpful, but my dad did that to my mom on their wedding night. He did it again the night I was born. My stepdad is a great person, though.
Maybe he was on a gaycation on their wedding night.
Maybe.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's a good point. Maybe he had one last hurrah with one of his friends. I don't know. I just yeah, I would say no. You need to leave.
Oh.
Well, it's easier. You barely were married. Just get an annulment. At least legally, it's easier.
Yeah. Yeah, better do it now.
I mean, I know it's emotional. You just had the wedding. Actually, if you get like your marriage annulled like 3 months into it, do you have to give all the gifts and money back to people that they gave you?
Oh, I don't know.
Because sometimes people use that money to help pay off the debt of what the wedding cost.
I know because now, I mean, they didn't plan on getting annulled.
Yeah,
You just can't expect as much on your next wedding.
there you go. For wedding number 2, maybe elope.
Yeah.
Or just keep it, like, intimate, just family, a very small grouping. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they're like, "Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if you have to give your gifts back." Like, what is the decorum? I don't know.
Oh, this is an interesting take. Okay, so there's one comment here. That happened to me as well. After our wedding reception, I was so excited to go up to the hotel room and hang out with my wife, but she left me there alone for 3 hours while she hung out at the bar with her family drinking. Then someone replied, "You guys have literally the rest of your lives to spend together. Were you living together before? Weddings are often rare occasions when family is all in the same place. I can totally see the desire to hang with the family. This is a wild overreaction."
I don't know, maybe, but I'd want my husband to be apologetic at the very least, like,
You need to be on the same page on what they expect's gonna happen.
I think especially if you live together, like, it's not like it used to be for most people, like, a lot of times, like, you've lived together, you've had sex together, so it's not like, "Ooh, can't wait for that to happen," even though, one of you, if not both of you, might have built that up, like, "Hey, now we're married, and we wanna be alone in the honeymoon suite." But you need to be on the same page. Like if family's in from out of town or friends came in that you haven't seen in like 10 years, just be on the same page. Because realistically, a lot of people don't even hook up anymore on the wedding night because they're exhausted and you're sweaty and you feel gross. And you just, like, as soon as you lay down, you fall asleep. And
Yeah,
then
'cause it's such a long day.
it's a long day. It's a blur, especially if you're dancing and doing different things. You're kind of sweaty and gross. So, sometimes things happen more the next day, which makes sense. So, yeah, just I think you need to have those conversations and, what are your expectations?
Yeah, I agree.
But if you see your family all the time and you prefer to drink at the bar with them instead of coming up, I'd be a little upset unless you had a conversation beforehand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just more communication. But, like, since she didn't realize he was gonna stay out all night and not come to her when they were married, like, he should've I don't know, I think he'd at least be remorseful because at least one person that's getting married, I was gonna say the woman, but it could be the man, like, you build up, like, what your wedding's going to be, like, right? You want everything to be perfect, it's all built up. But same with your honeymoon, like, "Okay, then we're gonna leave at, like, 10, the party can still go on, and we're gonna come to our room," like, you've gotta really communicate because you have those expectations, and they're generally built up so big that you don't wanna start becoming resentful of your spouse because what you had thought was going to happen didn't happen.
Yeah, you gotta make sure you discuss it beforehand.
Exactly, but yeah. Now, if they waited until marriage and did not live together, I would get an annulment 'cause I'd be furious.
Yeah.
But no. Again, because you didn't have a conversation. Because still you could be exhausted and you both fall asleep and you wait till the next day, even if you did wait. But yeah, I don't know. I'm worried about what's going to happen in the future for them. Or maybe this will open up communication going forwards for them.
Yeah, hopefully.
And she doesn't resent that he ruined her wedding day. uh, hopefully not. Well, it's been fun. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Like, subscribe, and follow. Where can they find us, Ari, on Reddit?
Underscore cats and dogs underscore pod.
And you can find us on Instagram, Raining Cats and Dogs. All right. Have a great week, everyone, and be kind.
Bye.
Bye.